everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I am the Channeling Goddess. Today we will be doing a Scorpio reading. This reading is for the Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements. So we will go ahead and get started with that reading. Now, before we get started, as always, it will be helpful if you took 3 mindful breaths. It just gets you synced into the reading itself. Sometimes messages come through and we don't quite understand what they are. And sometimes taking those 3 deep mindful breaths will help you get synced into the reading, okay? I have 3 decks that I am potentially using. So the first one is, let's see if I can get it for you. The Black Moon Astrology deck. This is one I personally use for myself. I do readings for myself every day. So that's one I personally use, and this one as well, which is the Energy Oracle deck, okay? I also have the Cosmic Insights. I'm only going to use this if we need some kind of clarifying messages for anything that we get in this reading, okay? So I will go ahead and get started. I have already, something I do is knock against the cards 3 times to clear any energy. So I'm going to go ahead and shuffle the first deck of cards, which is the Black Moon Astrology, and we'll see what we get, okay? Let's see what we get. Okay. So we have our first card, 6th house, 30, routine. Okay, let's see what else we can get. Cards. See if we can get one more card for you from this deck. I have like 5 that came out, so let's see what else we can get. I'm only trying to get 1 card, so let's see what we get. Spirits, angels. Can I get 1 more card, please? Oh, okay. I heard no, this is the only card. Okay, so I'm going to honor that. I will show you your bottom deck energy. Is the fire element, desire, number 37. Okay. So the first thing I just got in regards to this routine card with, let me pick it up so you can see it. The 6th house. Something about your routine is changing, right? Maybe you've been in a place where your routine has always been the same, right? You've always been in this particular situation where you do the same thing every day. Not saying that is a bad thing, but Spirit is saying that you've gotten complacent in this routine and you only do what you think you need to do, and you've been almost like I just got a vision of a hamster on a hamster wheel, right? You just keep running and running and running and running and running, and Spirit is saying something about your routine needs to change, okay? I'm also going to read from the book because I think the book has some really good insights. I'm not going to read it all, but I will show it on the screen so that if you do want to read it later, you can. But Spirit is saying something about your routine needs to shift. Something about it is not serving your highest good, right? And it could be blocking your desires. Maybe there are some things that you've wanted to do, some places you've wanted to go, and those things would spark desire in you, but because you are so busy in this routine, right, you are just going about it and you just keep going, right? You won't stop, you won't change, you won't deviate because it's what you've been doing. And Spirit is saying it is time to do something new, right? It is time to deviate from that because deviation is going to give you desire, right? Whatever the desires of your heart may be. It could be childhood desires, it could be adulthood desires, right? Whatever it is, Spirit is saying in order to get these desires, you're going to have to break away from your routine, okay? I do want to read from the book, because when I do these readings for myself, whenever I read from the book, it always resonates specifically with what I'm talking about. So I'm going to give you the first page so you can see. So this is the first page. Take a screenshot if you want to read this later, because I'm not going to read the whole thing. I'll only read part of it. Here is the second page. I want to make sure you can see it all. Okay. And the last page is this one, because this book has 3 pages. Usually has this corresponding card. So for this one, it's the 7 of Pentacles. So I'm going to read only parts of this. I'm not going to read everything. Okay, so for this card, 6th house 30th, 6th house routine 30, it says it's time to pay attention to the small particulars rather than the large picture. The larger picture cannot develop without the minute details. You may find yourself worrying over little matters, which is exhausting. Visits to libraries and school may somehow assist you in your plans. It is important to be analytical in your endeavors, as they may come unraveled and not turn out in the ideal way you want. Perfection is not necessary to success. Completing what you start is more important. However, the 6th house card does not suggest you insist on quality and usefulness. You may find yourself critical at this time of others, or others will seem to be critical of you, right? You may want to clear up correct matters which may have become unhinged or at least off track. Efficiency and doing the right thing at the right time will serve you in the coming days. It is probably not an easy time, because it is not meant to be. For something, and like this line, I'm going to read it again. This is probably not an easy time because it is not meant to be. If you are used to being in a routine, right, and you're changing that routine up, it's not going to be easy, right? It's not going to be something you can say, oh, I'm just going to do this and it's going to be fine. Nope, not going to be easy, right? For something to really serve you in the best way possible with the outcome you are wanting, you will have to go step by step and have patience. It is not likely to happen fast, but whatever you manage to accomplish will stick and serve you well in the future. So Spirit is saying maybe there's some things that you want to do, and you're going to have to step outside of your comfort zone. You're going to have to step outside of your routine and try something different, okay? And I'm also going to read the fire element card. So before I do that, I want to give you the first page so you can have a look at it. Screenshot it if you want to read it. Here's the second page. Make sure you get everything. Okay. And here's the third page. Okay. Let's see. This card of passion, this is a card of passion. Therefore, if romance is your question, this is a compelling attraction, at least on the part of one of you. However, don't make the mistake of attempting to make your love interest jealous. If you feel you are not getting the attention you crave, this will surely backfire. If the attention strays, though, don't be afraid to have a backup plan. In romance, this card can indicate a sudden attraction. If it is not meant to be, it will burn out fast. But if the relationship has legs, you will be great supporters and protectors for each other. The fire element card is one of new starts. Often after the past has been buried away. See, past is buried away. Your routine is changing, right? And denotes a period where you start anew, right? You're starting something different. It's not going to be the same thing that you've been doing all along, right? Be honest in your approach. That just hit me. Be honest in your approach, because sometimes it is so easy to just say, oh, I'm not going to worry about it. It's going to be okay. I'm not going to, overthink it. But be honest about what you want, right? And I would also say, if this change in your routine is scary, be honest about that too. I think there is this false sense of like, you have to be happy all the time in order to move forward. No, you can be in a completely shitty state of life and you can move forward, right? And I think there is a beauty in being honest about how scary something is, right? Not sitting in it, but at least being honest about it, okay? Wow. I didn't even realize it said that next. It says, be honest in your approach. Any arrogance will be your enemy. You will have the zeal to get things done in the way you want. As far as your life is concerned, the pot is being stirred. Lastly, show caution with objects that have a fiery or electrical nature, right? And this card also corresponds to the Two of Wands. So I would say, I just heard dive in head first, right? Even if it's scary, don't overthink it, right? Dive in head first, go for it, right? I'm not saying that it's going to be perfect, but Spirit is saying that, you can dive into it's time to change your routine. Like whatever you're doing, it hasn't been working, right? It's been keeping you, now I won't even say stagnant. I would say it's more of a situation where you've been like, you don't want to move, right? This is comfortable. I've been, it could be a situation where, I'll give you a perfect example. If you've been in the same job for 10 years, right? Spirit may be saying it's time to go after your passion, right? You've been stuck here for 10 years and you've been saying to yourself, I'm going to leave when the time is right. And Spirit is saying the time is now, right? Change up this routine. Do something different. Do something that actually resonates with your spirit and your soul. And it is really going to ignite a desire in you, okay? So I was shuffling these other cards, the energy oracle deck. So I want to see if we can get any additional messages, okay? Spirit ain't, oh, that was quick. That was kick. Ooh, strategy. Strategy is your first card. Let's see if we can get anything else. Any more cards? Any more messages for the Scorpio placement, Sun, Rising, Venus? We're watching this tarot reading. Okay. Ooh, victory. Number 28. Okay. So this is your bottom deck energy. The 6th chakra, Archangel Metatron. So I'm going to leave this right here so you can see it. But I want to start at the top because the strategy card really kind of, I already started having like, started getting messages from this card. So Spirit is saying that sometimes changes in your routine is not the easiest thing to do, right? So you may have to start with a strategy, right? You may have to kind of sit down and think things through, and Spirit is saying that that's okay, right? If you need to chart out a course, that's perfectly fine. And the first image I got in my head was someone like kind of what I talked about a little earlier is you've been in this job for 10, 20, 15 years, right? And you want an exit strategy, right? But that extra strategy is going to lead you to your desires, right? It's going to lead you to the things that you most want, right? And Spirit is saying, if you need a strategy, that's okay. We'll strategize with you, right? If this is something you need, we can do that. And then I just noticed this key up at the top. Spirit is saying, maybe this strategy is the key to you walking away feeling somewhat comfortable, because a lot of times when you're stepping into your power and you're stepping into something that's new, it's not always the easiest thing to do, right? And Spirit is saying maybe this strategy is the way for you to feel a little bit more comfortable, because I think a lot of times when we talk about stepping out on quote unquote faith or stepping out into something we're not aware of, we often don't talk about how scary that is, right? We don't often acknowledge how uncomfortable this is. And Spirit is saying, whatever this may be for you, and I keep getting the analogy of a job. So it could be a job for you, right? It could be a relationship. The Spirit is saying that a strategy may be important for you, right? It may be the catalyst that you need to see that you can do this, right? Sometimes writing out a strategy and coming up with something that works for you, it actually shows you the power that you have. A lot of times we don't realize how much power we have until we're put in a situation where we don't have any other choice, right? We're stuck. We have to do it, right? So Spirit is saying right now you are in a place where you can strategize and you can figure out the best option for you, right? And it is going to work out for you because this is meant for you to be, right? This journey, you are meant to go on this journey. And Spirit is saying, you know, this strategy is going to be the key for you. It is going to be the catalyst for you. It is going to help things flow a bit more easier for you because you are looking to get into this, right? Even this compass right here. This strategy may be your compass to guide you into whatever this new path is, okay? Your second card, does this really need explaining, right? Victory, right? By you following this strategy and by you, quote unquote, stepping out on faith or, changing up your routine, victory is at hand for you, right? And I also want to point out, do you notice how this individual looks in this card? I just want you to look at her. When I look at her, she gives me a place of peace. There is tranquility. Even these things like right here, like that looks like vines to me that are growing over her head. Even with all of that happening, she's still in a place of peace. So whatever this desire is for you, whatever this change in your routine is for your spirit is saying, it is going to be something that is so peaceful, right? There is a victory in this. And a lot of times we can associate victory with monetary value, right? And spirit is saying, this may just be the peace you need, right? It could be, this victory could just be peace for you, right? It could definitely be monetary. It could be, you open up your spiritual abilities, but what's sticking out to me the most in this card is the peace, right? That is what's there, like it's it's like hitting me in the face, like peace, right? And I just heard crown of thorns. So maybe you feel like you've been in a place where you have been the sacrificial lamb, right? And by staying in this routine, you have constantly put yourself down, and spirit is saying it's time for something new, right? It is time to step out of your comfort zone. It is time to step out of your routine and step into your desires, right? Now, the third card that we have, which was essentially your bottom deck energy, is the sixth chakra with Archangel Metatron. And something that I recently learned about Metatron is he or she, right, or they, is one of the closest, I guess you can say, archangels to the divine. And I am being called to read this, so I'm actually going to sit it here so you can see it. But I'm feeling so called to read this from the book, and I am going to do that because I want to honor that. And there may be a message in here for you, okay? So the sixth chakra, Archangel Metatron, the words that are here are clarity of thought and personal vision, okay? This very powerful Archangel Metatron brings brilliant indigo vibrations to your brown chakra or third eye, which is the center devoted to insight and clear thought. And that pretty much coincides with what we talked about with strategy, right? Strategizing and getting into that place helps you get into a place of clear thought, right? Sometimes writing things down, and spirit just gave this to me, maybe you need a journal where you need to write some things down. And it doesn't necessarily mean that the things that you put in a journal are the end all be all. Maybe you need to write things down so that your mind is more clear, right? So that you can really see things from a better perspective, okay? I'm going to keep reading. When this card appears, it indicates a much greater clarity in your thought process and an expanding perspective toward broader horizons. Some new perceptions are taking hold, and the clouds of confusion are clearing up. Exactly what I talked about with the strategy card, right? Writing down in your journal, I don't care if it's random words like the sun or desire or lottery or Texas, right? It doesn't matter, right? Sometimes just getting those thoughts out of your head and putting them on paper can clear your mind up for other things, okay? Let me figure out where I was at. Okay, some new perceptions are taking hold, and the clouds of confusion are clearing. In some ways, this cloud could be a new beginning. What did we talk about? Changing your routine, okay? New beginning for you're on your way to developing a deeper insight about what's going on in your life and why, right? So changing up your routine can also show you why you've done, certain things for so long, why you've been why you've been stuck in that place and you just keep doing it, right? Now is the time to focus on your personal vision. What do you want your life to look like in the years ahead? Create a clear picture of that and support it with your daily thoughts. And to me, that just screams strategy, right? To me, your daily thoughts, what you think about yourself, right? That routine, that routine is your daily thoughts, right? Even if you don't realize it when you get up in the morning. Let's say your routine is, I get up in the morning, I go take a shower, and I brush my teeth, right? You don't think you're thinking about it, but you're thinking about it. In order for your body to even to contemplate that this is what we're going to do, or to actually do it, you have to think about it. Okay, the insight you need to create a vibrant life is available to you now. So there could be something that's happening to you where you are opening up your third eye. I would say that if you are going to focus on your third eye, and I heard this from someone else, it is best to focus on your root chakra first, because that stability is key. But if you've already done that, right, I would definitely say please tap into your third eye, right? Spirit is saying that this is open for you right now, right? And maybe you've been thinking about it. Maybe you've been talking to Spirit and saying, Spirit, I want to do this, right? I want to just almost dive in head first. And Spirit is saying, if this is something that you want to do, then we're here to support you, right? And Spirit wants to honor whatever this is that you're asking for, whatever it is that you want to do. But a change in your routine is going to be key for you right now. You're going to have to change maybe your thought process. This could be something as simple as the way you see money. This could be something as simple as the way you see yourself, how you think of beauty, right? How you think of success, right? Spirit is saying change your routine. And just by doing something as simple as that, you can truly open up your desires, okay? So this is all that I am seeing, all the messages that I have for you today. I didn't even get to use the cosmic insights. Spirit just kind of spoke through me specifically for this message. So I am grateful that you allowed me to read your energy. And I appreciate that you are here in this tarot reading. I hope it really resonated with you. Please feel free to leave a like and a comment, and I will see you in my next video. Okay? Bye.